Hello, everyone. So, one day closer to the event, in exactly 11 days and 18 hours, we will be holding our fourth annual 2021 Nadlan Expo Israel investor conference where dozens of real estate investors will come together to share knowledge and network together. And today we have an interview with Yaniv Berliner, an instructor and mentor. Is also a mentor in our program, mentoring program, Nadlan Mentormind. You can see him here. So let me tell you a bit about Yaniv, and we're going to hear about his lecture. So Yaniv Berliner has been living and breathing real estate for the past 15 years. He made his debut in Israel while buying properties, renovating, and renting here in Israel. During these years, with the help of leverage, cheap mortgages, and relatively cheap real estate prices, Yaniv progressed and reached a nice passive income. In the last 5 years, it has not been possible to find good deals in Israel, and Yaniv has moved to the United States, investing in the United States. Yaniv studied in depth and experienced himself in real estate transaction, setting up an operation that is used by him and his investors in purchase, renovation, and rentals. Yaniv currently has 5 properties in good rental areas and another 50 transactions that have been made for investors. In addition, Yaniv is a graduate of the Technion and holds a degree in software engineering. I want to tell you that Yaniv and Or, sorry, wrong picture here, Yaniv and Or, they created our real estate course. So you're more than welcome to check it out. And we're going to have a discount in the conference. So without further ado, let me have Yaniv to tell you about the lecture that he's going to have for us.
All righty.
Hello, Yaniv.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. Very good. Thank you, Leo. Looking forward to the expo very soon.
Yeah, very exciting, very exciting. A lot of excitement with a lot of people that are looking to come over. We have exciting lecturers just like you. So why won't you tell us what's going to be in your lecture?
All righty. So I think the lecture is very important for everyone who wants to go and do rentals. And what I'm going to talk from my experience, how rental works, what should you do. And I must tell you, Leo, that it happens to me a lot and very, very frequent that I meet investors that, spends money and buy rental and say it just doesn't work, uh, tenant doesn't pay, or I have to spend so much money for fixing things. And they have like second thoughts. And I always hear the same stories about why it doesn't work, and um, it's really amazing because rental is really very simple, but you must follow some very basic rules. And today there are even ways to make the risk goes much lower. Um, and this is what I'm going to talk in the lecture. I'm going to talk about the basic fundamentals that investor many times seems to forget. And there are a couple of rules, that I'm going to mention, and I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to explain how to do it. And first thing is management. Uh, Now, many people talked about management. Of course, you got to have a good management company that sticks by your side. But how do you do it? So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give you some simple rules that you can apply, and they are really very useful. Now, I'm going to talk about other ways to do rental, which really minimize your risk and give you another aspect of do rental. And one of them is like a rent to own, which became, from my perspective, very popular with investors. Um, so this is the topic that we're talking to talk about. I think everyone that wants or is doing rental, uh, it will be very good for him to hear, um, even if those are things that he already knows about. It still will give him a wide perspective and some very good tips how to make rental works and works well. Now, of course, there are risks. Let's put things on the table. If you don't want any risks, uh, if you want 100% or even 95%, so put your money in the bank
Yeah.
or don't do real estate. But the thing is, do real estate and worry for your passive income because this is really really great. But take the time and think how to do it properly. And you don't need to be Einstein, but you need to do the basic fundamentals things. You need to know how to choose your management company. Uh, you need to you need to smell, those little things. You got to talk with the management company and feel whether they are on your side or not. Most important issue is which tenant is going to live in your property. Is it a good, decent tenant with a good credit score that has a job that most likely will pay the rent or not? I mean, a management company can do very easy job. Just put the first one in, first tenant that comes by, or they may take the harder route of showing the house many times, have many applications, and choose the best one. Now, how do you make sure that it is going to happen? Um, it is not always that simple because it depends on which state, not maybe state, but what is the physical um, status of your property? How does it look? In which neighborhood you work? Of course, if it is a bad neighborhood, find a good tenant and make the property management company works well and do the things that they need to do. Might not be very easy, uh, but still you have to take all of these things in consideration and do the right decision and navigate what you do in the right way. And
Absolutely. So we can definitely see that you have a lot of experience in that, and of course, I wanted to mention that you and Or created our course, which is a very very full course that actually goes through the entire life cycle of investing. Um, there are many modules. Why won't you tell us a bit about the course that you and Or created for our forum?
right, so we worked on this course for almost a year and a half. Well, not full time, but but for a very long time. And this is a very, we can say, a big course, that goes from zero, not to 100. You never go to 100, even in 20 years, but you get a lot of information uh, about real estate in the United States. So before you do anything, before you start real estate, you have to learn and you have to know the basics and even more than the basics. So this is, I think, what's good in our course. And also there's the I think a number one advantage in our course is, even it doesn't matter which course you do, how much money you spend, what do you do, uh, but when you do real estate, especially at the beginning, you make mistakes. Now, the thing is to make as minimum as possible mistakes, and that it won't cost you much. even me, I studied a lot. I spent months of studying, and of course, I made my mistakes at the beginning, of which I learned. And our advantage in this course is once you're done with the course, we have the Facebook closed group, and we have
Support
the
group.
WhatsApp
Yeah.
support group.
And
Uh,
I want to announce now that now we change. We listen to the people, and now we change it that once you join the course, you have lifetime access to the content. It's not expiring after 3 months. I know that a lot of people ask for that, so that's a new change. And you also have lifetime access to the support group. So basically, what we want to do is, and we already have it in the closed support group. Basically, it's a support group that can help you navigate your purchases and whatever you do. So you join once and you stay there for as long as you want. You can ask questions. Yaniv and Or and myself and other people, a lot of people, other investors in the group help each other. All right, so thank you very much. It's very exciting. We're waiting for the conference. It's a very exciting conference. There's nothing like it in Israel. An entire conference for investors in the US with so many great lectures. Everyone that's going to go there, either if you're an entrepreneur or an operator or just someone that want to start doing real estate, we have different lectures. You can go on the website to agenda and you can see the different lectures that we have. We have a lot of different lectures, and we're waiting to see you there. So thank you for Yaniv for being with us, and we're going to see you soon in the lecture.
Sure thing.
All
Sure
right,
thing.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.